In this lesson, we will understand what are numeric calculations in Tableau. We will also see the types, and we will also implement an example on Tableau. Let us see. Consider numeric calculations as an essential for performing various types of data analysis and transforming your data into meaningful insights. Various mathematical operations on numeric fields to create new calculations is what we call numeric calculations. Okay. We can also create new metrics or insights from this. Some types of numeric calculations include arithmetic, comparison, logical, aggregate, advanced, and others. Now let us see the types one by one. First, consider that you have two fields. The names are field A and field B for understanding the numeric calculations. The first one is arithmetic calculations. As the name suggests, adding, subtracting operators like for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and exponentiation. So these are all included under arithmetic calculations. Let's say you want to get the sum of sales for 3 states, let's say. So you can use the following numeric calculation and the plus operator, that is addition. Similarly, you can work around others. Then comes your comparison. Comparison means to compare. That means equal or not equal. It also includes your greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal. Then comes your logical calculations. That means your logical operators and or not. In and both the conditions are true. In or either one of them is true, and not means the reverse condition. Then comes your aggregate. In the previous lectures we saw that when we dragged our sales, it was sum of sales, and in one of them we also changed the aggregation level to average. So these sum, average, max, min are a part of aggregate only. If you want to count the field, you can use the count method. If you want the maximum, let's say want the maximum sales, you can get the max. Similarly, for minimum, use the min. Then comes your advanced calculation. You can get the percentiles, the standard deviation, variance, the correlation coefficient with these calculations. The rank of a field in Tableau means to assign a rank for each value within a particular field based on the ordering of values in that field. Now let us see an example of numerical calculations. We will create a new workbook, Amit_Tableau_calculations, for all our calculation examples. And for this lesson, that is numeric calculations, we will create a new sheet and name it as numeric calculations. Let us see. Here is our Tableau. I'll create a new file. Go to File, click New. Here it is, the new workbook. I'll close the previous one. Now I'll save it. Go to File, Save As. I'll save it as Amit_Tableau_calculations. Okay. And the location of your project is the following under My Tableau repository under the Documents folder. The file extension is .twb, that means a Tableau workbook, as you already know. Click Save. Now we have saved it. Click Connect to Data. You can connect any of the source, but if you remember, we worked around the sample superstore. So I can click here, or I'll click Microsoft Excel, and I want to show the path again. So this was your sample superstore provided by Tableau under the same My Tableau repository, but the data sources folder. Click here, click Open. Now I'll drag the order sheet. This was our sample superstore and the tables are here. I'll drag the orders. Now let us start with our first sheet. These are the fields of our orders table. Click Sheet 1. I'll double click and rename Numeric Calculations. Okay. Now all the calculations will be inside this sheet only. I'll create a calculated field using the aggregate function. That means I'll create aggregate calculations. Go to analysis, click create calculated field. Now a new dialog box is visible. Click on this arrow. Now all your functions are visible. Here it is: number, string, date, logical aggregate. Since we are working around numeric calculations, I'll click number. Now, these are the number methods. Okay, we just saw some of them. Set the name of the calculation. I'll set it to minimum underscore sales underscore ship mode. Okay, now we will get the minimum sales values for different ship modes. So if you remember, for minimum, I just told you in the PPT, we need to use the minimum method. So I'll just click min here. I double clicked here and it is automatically showing us the syntax, and the explanation is also here for the minimum value from two expressions. So within this, I need to mention what minimum value I want. Okay, I want for sales. I'll just type S and it will show me the name of the field. And now the calculation is valid visible here. If it is showing an error, then it obviously means there is an error. Now you will get the minimum sales because we have set the formula. Similarly, you can use other methods. I'll click apply, then OK. On the left, under the measures, since the sum of sales was also in measures, therefore obviously the minimum of sales will also be under measures. I should again tell that how do you differentiate between dimension and measures. Just try to drag any field. Let's say I drag this, and in the bottom you can see dimension and measures are visible. So our minimum sales are also under measures. So this is our new calculation field. Okay. You can also click describe here and it will tell you what is this. It is the minimum underscore sales underscore ship mode, and it is our calculated field. Okay. Click close. First I'll drag the ship mode, the exact field, to the columns shelf. Okay, now I'll drag the minimum sales underscore ship mode to the rows shelf. AGG is visible, that means aggregate. Okay, when you'll keep the cursor, the complete name will be visible. Minimum underscore sales underscore ship mode, which we just created. Now the bar chart is visible. When you'll keep the mouse cursor, the minimum sales underscore ship mode will be visible. For the second class ship mode, the following is for the standard class, the following for same day, and here is the first class. Change the view, entire view. Now it's completely visible. So in this way, guys, we can set numeric calculations. Here we have set the minimum sales for a specific mode, and we saved it as Amit underscore Tableau underscore calculations under numeric calculations. In the next lectures, we will work around string and date calculations, and we will add it in the same Tableau workbook with new sheets. Thank you for watching the video.